General Marks is back with me now. All right, so GBU 72, I said really fast as if everybody should know what those are. Okay, but this is, as we say, first time used operationally. So what is it? How is it being used?
Yeah, let me show you. What this is, a video obviously that's been produced. I'll just show this for a couple of seconds, but it gives you a sense of the size. This is a 5,000 pound bomb.
So it's big. I mean, just to make the point, this is big. You see it next to an aircraft.
As you can see there. Now let me go back to the map, which is what you were talking about originally. What was given was this box is where those were struck. So what I'm going to do is within these Zagros mountains, very mountainous, very difficult. These could be positions where they would have anti-ship ballistic missiles, launchers buried deeply underground, as well as mine-laying capabilities. What that would give...
And they've got the high ground.
They've got the high ground, and anything that's coming through the straits, they would be able to affect. Now, let me also show you what the difference is between the two. You've talked about GBU 72. We also have GBU 75. This is a 5,000 pound bomb. This is
what we're using here in Hormuz.
This is the one that was just used yesterday. First combat use, 3/17. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And this one was back in June 25. What this has is this bomb can only be delivered by the B-2, which is Conus-based Missouri.
That's when they saw them take off. They, that long flight
and
for the massive strikes in June.
They don't land any place other than Missouri. Take off from and return to. So they are airborne routinely, which means you're less flexible. This, on the other hand, can be delivered by the F-15 model, the F-35, and certainly...
So it can come from anywhere in the region.
Much more flexibility provided the combat commander if he's trying to strike a target.
Okay, so they're doing this. They say to try to secure the strait, and now the U.S. is alone on this. So first of all, you laid out this mountainous situation, right? It's not as easy as, okay, it's not like the Suez Canal, where it's a flat desert on both sides, have been to both places. So are boots on the ground then? Is that why we're talking about that? Because this isn't going to be enough to secure the mountains?
Well, what you would hope would be there'd be sufficient degradation of these capabilities here. And again, what we're looking at is the possibility of locations here. Again, these are theoretical positions that have the ability to do this. If the attack through the air, this maritime air campaign is insufficient, then there may be a requirement to put boots on the ground that would come up through here, through here.
Taking any incoming fire.
They would then have to go ashore. And if they go ashore, if this is the Marines, they're going to have to go ashore. You have to assume it's going to be contested. They've got to secure where it is they're landing. That's Bandar Abbas, so it would probably be off to the side over here. Once you land there, you conduct what's called artillery raids, where you bring in artillery pieces and you begin firing against these locations. What you want to do, neutralize those and push them back, so you now own a bigger piece of Iran, which then eliminates their ability to fire in on this. That's an incredibly difficult task. The Marines can do that. They know how to do that. But when you start putting boots on the ground, you now have to have the determination.
And when you're talking about artillery, I'm thinking Ukraine. I mean, artillery is where you're putting lives at risk.
You do. And when are you finished? What does the end state look like?
All right, General Marks, thank you very much. And next, we're going to talk to a